When life gives you lemons in your golden years, you don't just make lemonade. You strap on your reading glasses, form a rogue investigation unit, and solve a cold-blooded murder. In Kelsey Browning's laugh-out-loud, delightfully charming cozy mystery, In for a Penny, the southern fried wit of the Golden Girls collides with the amateur tradecraft of murder she wrote. Launching a stellar new series about reinvention, female friendship, and small-town Southern secrets, this narrative introduces us to Lillian Summerfair, a high-society grandmother who loses everything, only to find a wild new lease on life. The story drops us into the perfectly manicured, deeply gossipy town of Esperanza, Georgia. Lillian Summerfair used to be the crown jewel of local high society, until her smooth-talking, crooked ex-husband wiped out her entire life savings in a massive financial fraud scandal. Left utterly destitute, Lillian is forced to swallow her pride and move into an eccentric, slightly run-down retirement community. She intends to keep her head down and quietly mourn her old life, but her retirement plan is instantly hijacked by a trio of fiercely independent, highly colorful senior women: an ex-hippie mechanic, a wealthy thrice-divorced serial romantic, and a quiet Southern belle with a hidden wild streak. The narrative scale shifts from a riches-to-rags comedy into a fast-paced detective thriller when a prominent local citizen, who happened to have a major hand in Lillian's financial ruin, is found dead under highly suspicious circumstances. Because of her obvious motive and fresh arrival in town, the local police department pins Lillian to the absolute top of their suspect list. Refusing to spend her golden years behind bars, Lillian rallies her eccentric new neighbors to form the seasoned Southern Sleuths. Using their unconventional everyday assets, including senior discount distractions, local baking network surveillance, and an absolute lack of social boundary filters, the squad launches a chaotic, independent investigation. The suspense redlines as they peel back the Southern hospitality veneer of Esperanza to uncover a web of black market antiques, small-town blackmail, and hidden family vendettas before the real killer decides to permanently silence the senior squad. Browning delivers an exceptional, high-energy auditory experience packed with sharp Southern dialogue, small-town charm, and deeply comforting themes of late-in-life empowerment. The audiobook production perfectly captures this lighthearted, witty momentum, utilizing a warm, melodic Southern drawl narration that masterfully brings Lillian's wry, aristocratic aspiration and her friend's hilarious, unhinged antics to life. It perfectly balances a genuinely clever, clue-driven whodunit puzzle with the heartwarming comfort of a tight-knit, eccentric community. Will Lillian and her senior squad successfully untangle the clues and clear her name before the clock runs out? Or will she discover that small-town Southern justice is deadlier than she ever imagined? Pop in your headphones, pour a large glass of sweet iced tea, and prepare for a masterclass in amateur sleuthing, because these Southern ladies are in for a penny, and definitely in for a pound.